that's the shit happening in that place there. See that? Nonsense. That is scary. Reset.
Reset indeed. Guys, you remember back in the day when people used to bring their buckle, their mother buckle, to go to the shop to collect kerosene? You remember? Well, that is what is happening there, but this time it's gas, man, bringing their buckle, their bidon, to go and collect gas. What a state we are in. Indeed, it is indeed a reset. Bringing people back, way back, to the candle days, kerosene days, man. Yes, I. All right, go for all you kerosene.
How come you scared reset?
But anyways, guys, this is not what we are here for. We are here for this guy and what this guy has to say right there. Of course, I'm going to react into that. So hand clap to the massive, guys. We are definitely back again for another reaction on the one and only Mystelics reaction, guys. The first one, the previous one, will be in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. So definitely check that out. And of course, with that said, hand clap to the Mystelics family for definitely tuning into another reaction video. And of course, the newcomers or the big up all yourself as well for definitely tuning into this here reaction video. If you have not done so, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get all the videos, not some but all. Click subscribe, click the bell, and then click all, so you'll be pretty much notified when I drop my videos right there and then. Of course, give this video a thumbs up now, guys. Click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that right there and then. Click the thumbs up button. Yes sir, click the thumbs up button. It should be down there somewhere. If you don't know where it is, look for a thumbs up, man. And click the thumbs up button. That'll help the algorithm of YouTube to push your videos further and further with a toothpick, man. With toothpick. All right. Anyways, guys, that's not the point right here. We're going to talk about, listen to what Vince Henderson has to say about the situation. He's not the Prime Minister, you know. What the Prime Minister say? What Walter say? None of them? Oh, all right. Let's listen to Vince. You not the, what is the... I don't know. Anyways.
Yes, well, Gavin, first of all, let me express sincerest apologies on behalf of the Ministry of Trade.
So why didn't the Ministry of Trade give his own apology? So you use the PRO? Use the PRO for the Ministry of Trade? That is your ministry? PRO? Okay. And
the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica.
So why the government didn't give their thoughts on this? Why are you coming to represent them? They do have them out? They cannot come on camera when they was calling elections like they did the last time. Hey guys, chaos happening in the east, but election coming through. Why they don't come and give their thoughts on this? Who are you? You just come back in. Who are you?
To all Dominicans, for the low levels of gasoline that we've been experiencing over the past few days, which have resulted, of course, in long queues and the rationing of gasoline. I want to assure everyone that...
Wait, what? You want to do what?
Gasoline. I want to assure everyone that...
You cannot assure us. You're not the Ministry of Trade. You're not none of this. You're not any person of that caliber to assure us. The Prime Minister assured us the last time there, you know. He assured us. And look, it happened again.
We are doing our best. We have been working on this for the last several days.
I know, and all you doing all your best. But is your best good enough to actually alleviate the problem? When you have a set of incompetent people in positions and they're doing their best, you don't expect competence to happen from it. You don't expect any sort of competence to happen from it. This is going to happen again. Because a set of incompetent people are running in government right now under the backs of the very people who don't think properly. They then give them bribes or give them $300 to then put them back in office. It's a hell of a thing when the majority of the population doesn't want to think properly for themselves, but they're thinking for themselves. Oh, I get me $300. Let me vote for you.
And we are confident that we will see the levels of gasoline get back to the levels that will eliminate the long lines and the rationing.
How? How is that possible? Rubies is gone. How is that possible? You're going to bring another gas company here to meet the demands of the people? How? I don't know if some of us think the general public foolish. Not everybody that don't think, you know. People like me just think. Because we knew this thing is going to happen. It's going to continuously happen.
Gavin, of course, this situation was really created by
y'all. By you guys. You guys allowed rubies to go that caused this rippling effect. They want to blame other things. Now you can't have anything else to blame. You then saying things. Another thing they tried to say is about waves. About waves was rough and whatnot. So let me ask you a question. In all the other countries where waves were rough, which other country did not have gas? Some people want to say Antigua did not. Antigua had gas, and the only problem Antigua had long lines. Some of the places. So I asked some of my friends in Antigua. I said, guys, what's going on in Antigua? Can you go and get gas? They said if they wanted to go and get gas, they'll have to go and get gas. They can get gas. There's not a shortage in Antigua. There was just a few long lines in different places. That's it. Dominica lines and no gas. There's a difference.
The weather conditions, severe weather conditions in Dominica and the Eastern Caribbean, and I want to just explain briefly how this affected us.
So why didn't it affect other Caribbean islands? The other Caribbean islands had gas too, you know. They had gas. We didn't have gas. So how are we at the short end of the stick when the whole Caribbean is facing the very same thing you're talking about? How?
Since December 12, there was a press release by West Indies Oil Company Limited in Antigua and Barbuda, really informing consumers, especially of LPG, that it was being affected, the supply was being affected.
Lies. The reason why I'm saying lies, guys, because I saw an article where West Indies oil company, whatever, Wico, whatever they're calling it, they stated that they have no short. They did not have any shortage. That's what they said. They don't have any shortage. If I get the article again, I'll put it on this thing. So what is he saying? As the people, but I tell you,
by those severe weather conditions, and I want.
So weather conditions was since December 12th. Is this December 20th? We still have weather conditions. So weather conditions happening since it's December 12th, and none of the Caribbean islands have a shortage. We don't have the shortage. I mean, you don't think that thoroughly what you're saying, sir?
I wanted to reference that because I want Dominicans to understand what got us there. On December 15, the Ministry of Trade issued a similar press release and basically citing the fact that not only fuel supply that was affected by the sea swells and the strong wind, but other commodities, other goods that were...
So you mean to tell me that sea swells since December 12th, you're saying they had the problems? You have to use logic, you know. Since December 12th had sea swells, yet still a cruise ship boat find itself in Dominica, left Dominica and came back.
being imported into Dominica. And we know the story, those of us who expected barrels and other supplies during that time, that the ships were unable to dock, to berth at Woodbridge Bay. And similarly, the fuel vessel was not able to berth at the Petrocurve facility in Jimmy. The good news, though, Gavin, is that we have adequate supply of diesel on island. So
how you can have adequate supplies and run out of gas? What kind of crazy is that?
There is no, there's not a similar situation affecting the supply of diesel.
Diesel you're talking about? Guys, let me call you later what the Prime Minister said.
My dear brothers and sisters, on another important note, I wish to assure residents of Dominica that the government is working assiduously to alleviate the current petrol challenges confronting us.
Did they? This was November 8th. Did they?
Occasioned again by recent weather conditions.
Weather conditions since November 8th? Cruise ship boat making ding-dong across the Caribbean.
The next shipment of fuel is expected on Wednesday morning.
And I find it rather strange that they're talking about the Caribbean have weather conditions, yet still no other Caribbean island is suffering from fuel shortage. So apparently the weather conditions is only surrounding Dominica, the island alone, the little island. It don't touch in France, it don't touch in Martinique, it don't touch in Guadeloupe, it don't touch in Les Saints, but it's Dominica alone the weather conditions prevent. Boy, look thing in that place.
And I want you to know that this current inconvenience is but temporary.
Temporary. November 8th, that was said. Temporary. We still have it today. Anyway, let's listen to Vince lie to us.
A few days ago, we also got adequate supply of LPG, so there is enough LPG on island, there's enough diesel on island.
So you're talking about the gas that one of the other gas companies was using that was allegedly damaging people's vehicle? That you're talking about? Oh, okay.
For users, for vehicles, as well as for Domlec, for several days. So that is not something that is being affected. And we want to assure Dominicans.
How can you assure us? Who are you? Who are you to assure us? When the Prime Minister of the country assured us and it still happened again. Who are you? You know better than the Prime Minister. You're not even the Minister of Trade. But you want to assure us?
The situation will be brought under control in the coming days.
We can hope for the best. No doubt, let's hope for the best. But who are you to assure us when the very Prime Minister assured us already and it happened again?
We expect a shipment from West Indies Oil Company Limited, our main supplier.
When?
Supplies gasoline to Petrocaribbean.
When?
And also to the other fuel supply.
When?
On island. So we're expecting a shipment on the 22nd.
22nd, that is Thursday. So Thursday. Boy, I tell you.
Again, going back to what got us there, the way it works, West Indies Oil Company Limited, out of Antigua and Barbuda, is our main supplier of gasoline to Dominica.
And all you still owe Antigua is the money. All you still owe Antigua.
They order the fuel, they take it to Dominica, to the Petrocaribbean facility, and that supply is distributed through the main suppliers on island.
So we had the island called Bird Island that had oil on it. Or you gave it to Venezuela. For what? What we get in return? What did we get in return?
Now, in order to get the shipment out of Antigua and Barbuda, first the fuel gets to Antigua and Barbuda with a big tanker. So the fuel ship that gets to Antigua is a bigger ship, and then there's distribution along the island chain. So the fuel is then loaded to a smaller vessel that comes to Dominica. What happened over a week ago is the inability of the larger vessel to dock in Antigua, and as a result, they were not able.
My partner, Wiko, whatever is the name, the West Indies Oil, they said they did not have a shortage. They did not have a shortage. Hopefully, I'll get the article and put it out there for all you.
To load the smaller vessel to head to Dominica. That triggered a whole series of actions, resulting in the delay of the vessel.
That is lie. The reason why we have this problem is because of Ruby's gone. That is the problem.
Getting here to Dominica. And that is what has really brought us there. And we expect to address that situation. As I said, we expect.
How? How are you going to address this situation?
Expect a shipment by.
Anyways, guys, we are back. I was just interrupted there. Let's continue.
As I said, we expect a shipment by December 22nd from that main supplier, West Indies Oil Company Limited. And we have, with the assistance of the Prime Minister, arranged to get subsequent shipments on December 25th and 27th to eliminate this situation, especially during the holiday season.
That's good if that can actually happen. But you guys literally cause rubies to go. You literally cause rubies to go, causing less people, less supply to come to the Caribbean. So obviously you have to try to get more.
Dr. Edison, you're highlighting the delivery of the petroleum products as the main reason for this situation. But don't you
ask him about rubies, please?
You also think that it probably also brings to issue or highlights the ability or the capacity of storage in Dominica, seeing that if we are to miss one or two shipments, that we have a sort of crisis?
But they are Petrocaribbean. They're Petrocaribbean.
Well, clearly, yes. We have seen over the years the deterioration of the facilities of West Indies Oil Company Limited in Dominica at Canefield Rockaway. We've also seen the cessation of importation of bulk fuels from NP, natural.
But where's the Minister of Trade? Where's the Minister of Trade? Not he that's supposed to be talking. Who is Vince? What is Vince's ministry?
25th and 27th to eliminate this situation, especially during the holiday season.
So after Christmas, so people wouldn't have gas for the Christmas. The 22nd, maybe more gas might come in. Then the next shipment is the 25th and the 27th. You see, that is what, after Christmas.
Dr. Anderson, you're highlighting the
Okay, guys, we are back. Anyways, yeah.
Delivery of the petroleum products as the main reason for this situation. But don't you also think that it probably also brings to issue or highlights the ability or the capacity of storage in Dominica, seeing that if we are to miss one or two shipments that we have a sort of crisis?
Well, clearly, yes. We have seen over the years the deterioration of the facilities of Western Oil Company Limited in Dominica at Canefield Rock.
Isn't that what you just said now? Am I deja vu now?
We've also seen the cessation of importation of bulk fuels from NP, National Petroleum, out of Trinidad and Tobago. So, and following that, we've seen the closure, the suspension of operations by Rubis.
Yes, that is, of course, now you're talking.
So all of the storage facilities, which would have been at the disposal of Dominica, well, at least the suppliers of fuel.
So you admitting what I've been saying? You literally admitted what I've been saying. And the reason why Rubis go is because of all you. Then people have been operating at a loss since they came. And they went to the government on a number of occasions saying, help us out, please. Let us see if we can do something, work something out. The government have been promising them from time to time again, even when they had to close down before. The government came to them, the same day they were closing down, or the night before they were supposed to close down. And the government said, okay, we'll try to work out something. Up to now, nothing happened. And Rubis then make the threat again to say they're closing down, and they did close down this time. Because the government refused to decrease the VAT, and it's the VAT that is the issue. Government constantly taking and saying, oh, we're trying to subsidize. Subsidize what? Making lie to the people when gas was low, when things were skyrocketing. All the other Caribbean islands were doing something for their people except Dominica. Dominica come and say they're subsidizing. When they're subsidizing, gas prices going up, while other Caribbean islands gas prices going down. So is me that blind now? Just like they come in and talk about the sea conditions for the Caribbean, yet still is Dominica alone it affected.
In Dominica are no longer available. And yes, PetroCaribe, built by the government of Dominica with assistance from our friends from Venezuela, has a capacity of 10,000 barrels of gasoline and adequate supply, 25,000 barrels of diesel.
Oh, you can't say adequate supplies and it didn't have.
That situation is being addressed. We have taken the decision. I have received the support from our Prime Minister, clearly, that we need to deal with the issue of storage.
Talking about PetroCaribe, I heard that the Prime Minister them wanted Rubis. That's an alleged situation. I heard that the Prime Minister them wanted Rubis them to go so they can sell their gas. The PetroCaribe. And are we in the predicament that we are in today? Because of greed, want to sell our gas. Don't get me wrong, I want us to sell what is ours. But what exactly is ours if we don't own what is ours? Boy, that is something else, we. Or is the government of Dominica teaming up with Venezuela to get gas from Venezuela so that we can put it in Dominica so that they can get a cut in Venezuela? And then what exactly is going on? Because PetroCaribe came from where? Okay, you don't know. If you don't know, well.
To ensure that we can have adequate supply and fuel. But I also wish to say, Gavin, that PetroCaribe Dominica has also been digging into its own reserves to make fuel available to service stations throughout Dominica. And that has helped us tremendously.
How? Don't you see the lines and people's vehicle cannot move again, so they have to be carrying bidon, walking for miles to see if they can come and get a bidon for them to go and get gas for them to put.
Over the last few days, in particular, especially the last 48 hours, PetroCaribe has been supplying some of its own reserves to gas stations. So the plan essentially is to ensure that we can get storage to a higher level not sure.
That's a good idea. Get storage to a higher level. True, I agree with that. But how will it be done?
Ruby's suspension levels, but getting to a level that will adequately supply gasoline. And sorry, I need to clarify that this really the situation is only affecting the supply of gasoline. So we will be looking at that.
What about the prices of gas too? What about the prices? Where other Caribbean islands prices are going down ours?
In addition, we will be looking at facilities that can store Jet A1 fuel, especially as we move to the construction of an international airport. So we are looking at the whole.
So you can't even handle the shortage of gas yet still you think you can handle the international airport? What? So it takes fuel for you to be carried up and down the place to do the international airport, right? If you can't handle this situation with fuel, boy, you think it's an international airport you can handle when the vehicles needed to operate and build the international airport that you want to build there. It requires fuel. Boy. Will the odd company they're trying to bring there to mash up the reef, would they bring in their own fuel?
Storage of fuel as part of our strategic plan towards a more resilient Dominica. So there are a lot of moving parts, but we are working on ensuring that we can deal immediately with preventing what happened, of course, occasioned by the severe weather, that we will ensure that we can deal with that situation.
You just admitted it's because of Ruby's leaving. That means less supply to Dominica. That is why we are here today. I don't mind if there's multiple supplies outside that are coming in Dominica and then the sea conditions prevent them from coming in. But how about reaching in Antigua and there's no shortage in Antigua and you're taking gas from Antigua to come to Dominica? How?
Moving forward.
Dr. Anderson, this matter has further been compounded, like you said, with the withdrawal or the suspension of importation by NP and also Rubis. What steps, will the government take now in terms of trying to replace these importers? Or what's the stage, I should to say, of the
My brother, you asked the right question. You should just stop there, let them answer.
negotiations maybe with Rubis?
Well, there are a number of things. So first of all, we have been over the several months, we have been depending on Western Oil Company, and we have to thank them for their contribution, their support, and their efforts today. But we are looking at a few options. Obviously, the Rubis option is still on the table.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Rubis is gone.
And the government will continue to negotiate with Rubis.
How you negotiating with Rubis and Rubis was on island for donkey years? Donkey years making loss. You still trying to negotiate with Rubis after they leave? Boy, hey.
So that not necessarily for them to return to operations,
okay,
but to ensure that their storage facility can be put into use. And once.
So after they make loss, well, all you'll have to pay them for that, eh? I mean, most likely all you have to pay Rubis for that. So I guess that's the way for them to make a little profit with their storage system.
That gets into play, it really helps with the issue of capacity of storage on island. So that is a live matter that is being pursued. But in addition to that, we are looking at the supply of fuel, because the government sees the importation of fuel as essential and critical, because obviously it has affected so many sectors in Dominica. So not only for private vehicles, but businesses have been affected, tourism sector, and that
is most likely why I actually somebody mentioned this on under the post, stating the reason most likely why the tourist boat had to leave is because the tourist boat, the bus drivers that would have taken the tourist boat, the tourists out and stuff, they didn't have gas to run the buses. So the tourist boat checking, well, what we gonna do now? Watch people walk up and down Roseau? Huh? Watch people walk up and down Roseau? So that's why they most likely left early, because bus drivers didn't have gas to take the tourists around. That's a huge possibility right there. Kudos to the individuals that was saying that.
That is something of great concern to us. So we are looking at how do we secure, as a country, the importation of a commodity as important as fuel. So that is being looked at as well. And as I said, we're also looking at investment in expanding our own storage facility.
Okay, guys, let me hear your thoughts in this regard, man. My cousin was playing a song, and this is a song that reference what is taking place in Dominica or needs to be taking place in Dominica. Under the pressure, if you're all under pressure, my friend. Sometime when you feel you are cry down, hurt your heart enough, but don't make it stress you. Sometimes you have to make it stress you, eh? Because when people constantly going over and over and over again of the same thing, putting them under more pressure and they want to stay quiet, you have to make it stress you, brothers and sisters. Let me know your thoughts in this regard. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you understand it. And if you want to see more, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification, guys. Of course, you know, I'll keep you guys abreast of the situation that is tending to take place. But of course, hopefully what he says there, I don't ever believe anything that the government is saying in this regard, especially this guy who has done absolutely nothing. His track record is doing what? Doing absolutely nothing. He was fired from for St. Joe, did absolutely nothing. Ambassador, the people that he was working with only stated that he only came to a meeting once or twice. And what he did, absolutely nothing. In Washington, you know. He come back to Dominica, Grand Bay, coming to make the people think like something is going to happen. What has happened in Grand Bay? Absolutely nothing. You come back again and you think he talking not going to make things happen? I foolish. I looking like a Ted Calbas to you. Anyways, guys, if what I said, let me know your thoughts in this regard. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Don't forget to check out the previous reaction video that I did, the earlier one. Today, guys, definitely check out Vibrations out. And of course, guys, I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, guys. Click the thumbs up button. Boom, bang. Right there. And I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Bless up.